Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Hey, everybody. I'm Josh. I run IntelliGame, and I am here with my good friend Emma.
Hey, it's me. I'm here. I'm here with my good friend Josh.
It's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Anna is, again, a phenomenal friend of IntelliGame and one quarter of Stumped Gamers, who, if you're on YouTube, you've probably seen. So,
Mm-hmm.
today we're going to be hanging out and playing demos for Ludo Naricon. Today we're going to be checking out Slay the
I'm
Princess.
so excited for this game. I saw it
Yeah.
at PAX East, and it looked really good. And my theory, my not my theory, my rule is I don't play games at PAX. So I'm excited to finally play this game.
Yeah, see, Anna is too busy being a good extrovert who can network and meet new people at events. And it's like, nah, I don't play games there because I make friends there.
It's
And I'm
true.
like, I sit in the hotel room. Anyway,
That's
so
not true. When we went to TwitchCon together, I was like, Josh, come hang out. For I tried.
which
I
which is
tried.
true. You did get me out a little bit, and then I was like, I'm gonna go to the hotel room. Uh let me be a responsible streamer and update my stream title as we get started with
Oh
the Slay
yeah.
the Princess demo. Um Now, this game, as a heads up, like we said, there's a content warning up top. It is a horror game. It's got some violence. It's got some themes to it. So just a heads up. But it is from what I hear, a really interesting take on a visual novel. So
I'm hype.
let's do the thing.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Hell yeah, let's go. I
All
love
right.
horror and visual novels, so mods, could you
Dang.
also update the stream for me as well? Thank you.
Can I full screen it? If I full screen it, will that be a problem?
No, no, do it.
Okay. Let's do the preferences.
Ah, the
Ooh, this
Renpai.
looks familiar.
This looks
Right.
so familiar. It's almost like I've worked in this before.
Welcome to Renpai.
Ugh. It like it
Um,
like it's like a trauma response at this point. You're like, oh, it's Renpai.
all right, folks, let's hop in.
Chapter 1: The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path
Mm.
in the woods.
Oh, it's got a narrator.
Is a
Hold
cabin,
on, I'm gonna turn it up.
and in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Yeah, I'm gonna see. Actually, I
Yeah,
think for as loud as it usually is,
yeah.
like I
Josh, I'm
think it's
taking
actually
the
pretty
mouse back
quiet.
for a second.
Okay.
Uh, I'm gonna turn it up in. Okay, you can have the mouse back.
Okay. So I'm gonna turn these down a little bit just so that the voice
Voice.
is a little bit easier.
It's so
Or
hard to
we could also
program
or
sound stuff. What?
do you want to turn the voice off and read it, or would you rather
I don't know.
keep the voice on and
Is
just
it fully voiced?
I don't know.
Let's just keep the voice on because they worked really hard to get voice acting. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that sounds cool.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay.
All right, and IG folks, if you can give me a heads up, let me know how the sound levels are to y'all. Okay, so we've got
Oh.
a number. Oh, we got
Wow.
a lot of choices.
Ooh, this is like very like reminds me of old like turn-based systems, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm sorry, old text-based systems.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Where it's like we've got a lot of, and I think the way that it works is that the explore options give you more detail about what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think the bracket ones are actions, and then
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
these let us talk to the
Those
narrator.
are
I'm not
yeah.
sure.
Can you can you go to preferences real quick?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if there's a way that, or maybe it's under accessibility where we can see all of the choices on the screen at once. Okay.
It might be if we. I
Text
mean, we
size
could
scaling,
make the
yeah.
text smaller. Um,
But that might not. Yeah, we can try that.
I think. I mean, like, I don't think there's any way we could get all of this text
Yeah.
on at one time.
It's fine. It was worth a try.
Yeah.
Let's see. Have you considered that the reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? I'm tempted to just be like, what are you talking about? But also, the visual novel player in me wants to be like, forget it, I'm not doing this, because I am like 99% sure that will lead you just to a dead end and you'll be like, game over. Because I know visual novels and that feels like a very visual novel thing to do.
We were waiting for the one turn.
The what? Yeah, the like, well, you did nothing and then the world ended. Goodbye.
Oh, okay. Apparently I need to change my overlay a bit because I'm usually on the right side, and so I just need to change it so that we're
I need to move you too because you're
not
in
covering
the way.
the options. All right, so let's do image, add an Anna.
Oh geez, not that.
What happened?
Nothing. I just moved the game instead of your face.
How
It's fine.
dare you?
We went on a vacation.
But we came back.
We did.
It got better. Turned me into a newt. It got better.
I also like the turn around and leave option because I feel like that is also one that's going to be like game ending, you know?
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Well, narrator, you do have a pretty sexy voice, so I definitely know where I'm going. Okay. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin. Okay. Maybe I won't. I guess we'll see. I don't know, Josh. What do you? Wait, scroll down. We have more options. I think.
Oh yeah, wow. Okay. So
I'm not good at lying, so we shouldn't lie.
if you want to try for the game over, it looks like
I just want to say nope. Something about it calls me like nope.
okay.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
You always
Let's
got to
see.
do the wrong thing first.
Enlightened Mango says, I love this game. The visuals are incredible and
Yeah.
Excited to see the choices you make. Yeah, for sure.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better
Voice
to
of the
wash our
hero.
hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Okay, so now we know that that's the voice of the hero.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
What?
Hmm.
They're the same voice, right?
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Okay, game.
Well, you
It's a magical forest. I tried
You
to get the
tried.
game over.
You tried.
Oh, leave again. Do it again. Listen, game. You can't tell me what to do.
You're
I'm a free
really keen
being.
on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
I'm willing to risk that. Okay?
Okay. So which this time there's only the 4 options. Which one do you want?
Ooh. You know what we should do, Josh? We should choose every other option. So I chose the last option. Jenny! Y'all. Jenny is rating us. Thank you, Jenny.
Oh, nice.
Cafe raid. You brought snacks? Thank God.
Snacks are delicious.
I just had some turkey jerky, and I need more snacks because I've been
What?
drinking gin.
I don't
So
understand. I'm not seeing anybody in your chat. Like, it's not
what?
weird. Like no, I'm just like the chat's not moving. I don't know why it's not.
Oh,
It's
for
weird.
you?
Yeah.
Also, Jenny, what were you playing? You were playing Mail Time, right? That game is so cute. Also, welcome in, Raiders. Also, for those of you just joining, I am joined by our good friend Josh from Intelligame, who, if you're a part of Jenny's stream, you already know who Josh is. And we're playing demos together from Ludonarracon, and we're currently playing Slay the Princess, which I wanted to play this game for so long. And I'm so super excited to be playing it with Josh.
Yes. So what did you want to do? Did you
Oh.
want to?
Well, I chose the last one. It's your turn to choose now.
Okay. Let's see.
Jenny, Josh is currently
What?
frozen forever because I just took a picture of him.
It's true.
He doesn't move. He's static right now.
That's weird. Tried to raid, but it wasn't showing up. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I wonder if I just like had a connection hiccup or something because like I said, when y'all raided, I could hear you talking about it, Anna, but I didn't. My chat didn't move at all.
Interesting.
So that was weird.
Also, MetaBaby, thank you for that resub for 50 more months. You're
Nice.
amazing.
All right. Well, I know that you are trying to leave, so we'll continue down the
Your
path.
silence is deafening.
Wow. Yeah, we're having a passive-aggressive moment with the narrator.
But fine. You turn around and trek back down the path
If we
you
end up
came.
back at the fucking cabin, I'm gonna be upset. Let me
I
just
mean-
destroy the world.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
I can
Okay.
only imagine how like I just am thinking how expensive the voice acting must be if you have like
Yeah! This much? Okay, what do we have? Oh, I guess I'll start walking in a different direction. In fact, I'm just gonna keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place. We're gonna try it one more time. We have to.
okay. All
There's
right.
always a choice. Let me
Hey,
tell you
Lysander,
right
it's good to
now
see you.
that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who has ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Yeah, but I don't know them, so why should I care?
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At
Finally!
first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes.
Oh, we're gonna die.
Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the
Oh, it's
leaves.
gonna be that goddamn cabin again.
But as you focus on your surroundings,
Wow.
you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction,
Oh,
there is a path.
Ah!
And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
well.
I'm taking over the mouse for just a second, Josh.
Okay.
Okay. I had to ban someone.
Yeah, okay. Let's see.
Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Well.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
No, I was a curious cat.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
I knew it. I knew there was going to be a quick ending. I called it. That's all I wanted to prove. Oh, what? It continues?
Chapter 2.
Excuse
The
me?
Stranger.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
They're like, listen, suckers, you're playing this game. I want to
Story
play it.
continues.
I just want the, the typical visual novel early ending game. Okay, that's it.
Well, I mean, that's the hook of like the part of the reason why Slay the Princess has been catching so much fire is because there are apparently a number of things that it does that really turn a number of visual novel tropes on their head. And so I'm glad to see some of that subversion.
You're here to
I
slay
love it.
her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. All right, Josh, it's your turn.
Okay, so it looks like this time you do not have the option to not go.
We do have the option to lie, though.
Okay.
I mean,
Head
I'm not.
in
No,
the cab.
no, no, no,
You know
no,
I
no.
can tell when you're lying.
You're
right?
supposed to make decisions.
Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
I think Jenny was saying that this is the same voice
warning
of the
before you go any further.
Magnus Archives.
Yeah.
And Choir, thank you so much for that reset for 65 months, y'all. Drop some emotes for however you feeling right now.
Yeah. Let's see.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
It's too late. I'm
If
already
we're stuck going in
convinced.
there, maybe we should
Yep.
believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Oh, this one's the contrarian.
Yeah.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
That's not fair. I get another choice after this. There's only one choice.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also, thanks
That's
for
very
the follow,
reasonable.
Baba
The
Yaga.
interior of the cabin is odd. The air smelling faintly of plastic, the wood of the walls fitting together at uncomfortable angles. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table, its legs all the wrong lengths. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
I
The
see it.
blade is your implement.
Right there.
You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
Mm, It's interesting that we've got the voice of the hero and the voice of contrarian.
I, for one, would rather have it. We don't really know what we're dealing with here.
So I guess there may be different personalities
I've
inside
already
of
told
us.
you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
Potentially. Or it's just like the story is like it's like literally the story is being read to us, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's one person reading for 3 parts.
Sure. Okay.
Explorer, like you didn't say anything about the mirror. I'm just playing this as a super bratty person. You didn't say anything about the mirror.
Ooh, we should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun? You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror.
Okay.
There isn't.
I just got the shivers. Y'all know. This isn't supposed to be a scary game. This is supposed to be a fun game about murdering princesses, okay? That's it.
Wait. Did you think that?
Maybe? No? I don't know. I don't
Oh,
know
this
what I
is
thought.
definitely like this game's definitely on horror vibes.
I love it.
It is. Yes, I was like
You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
that. They should just cross this out. Voice of the Anna.
Yeah, I'm the contrarian.
Voice of the egg.
Voice of egg.
Voice of the egg toast.
Josh is the hero, and narrator is Jenny. I'm okay. This is me overthinking things as one does when you play narrative visual novels. So the narrator can't see the mirror, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that the narrator does not know things that we know? So the narrator is definitely from an angle or a point of view where the narrator can only tell us things in a certain aspect, right? They don't understand the reality of what's happening. They are truly the narrator that's like, this is the story, this is what happens, and we are in the story actively being a part of the story, but the story is shifting because we are a part of the story, and as we go through the story, we are actively changing things that affect what the original story was. Does that make sense?
So you're saying that like the narrator is a static presence.
Yes.
So if we go through and do a loop, the narrator is going to say the same thing every time, regardless of what we actually see as we go through the experience.
Exactly. And I think depending on I think this is the story element, the mirror, that is saying that we can see things and we are actively changing the story that the narrator can't have any control over.
Interesting.
But this is
Okay.
me just theory casting out there
Right.
because I love shit like this.
Honestly, I mean, I think trying to figure out that like what's happening ahead of time, that's like super neat. It's kind of, doing a certain element of like detective work. Are you mousing?
I did put my drink down next to the mouse. My gin wanted us to save.
Oh, okay, we can do that. Maybe?
Okay,
Oh,
you're just
there we
saying
go.
that this isn't maybe. Okay.
Save.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna break the narrator. Listen.
All right. The narrator is so suspicious. All right, so which one are we doing?
Well, didn't I choose? I chose the mirror. Like, you didn't say anything about the mirror, so it's your turn, Josh.
All right, well,
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
It's not meaningless. It's in the story for a reason, narrator.
right.
Also, the mirror is there so that we can have a reflection of what we're about to do and doubt ourselves. Duh. Narrator, you're a fucking narrator. You should know the symbology of mirrors, god damn it. We're gonna approach the mirror.
Okay.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
We're a ghost.
This really isn't funny.
Hmm.
So the hero can't see the mirror either?
No, I think the voice of the hero is the hero said that there's a mirror too. This
Okay.
really isn't funny is to the narrator. Like you
Oh,
keep
yeah,
telling
yeah,
me there's
yeah.
nothing here. Yeah.
Jenny, this is just the
Reach
demo.
forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope
Yeah,
you know
this
how
is-
ridiculous you look right now.
Yeah, this is only run 2. Or this is chapter 2. And we're both playing it for the first time.
Okay, so we're a hot monster that we want to fuck. I might have added that last part, but we're a hot demon. Look at us.
Nice.
But it was there a second ago,
And there it goes.
and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
It doesn't want us to see ourselves because we're the true monster. We're the monster that we found along the way.
The monsters are the us that we find
Yeah.
along the way. The true monsters. Kenna-
Take the blade, I guess.
All right. Kenna, it's good to see you. Apparently this narrator is also the voice from the Magnus Archives.
Also, this voice is hot, by the way. Magnus Archives voice, you're hot.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I mean, have
Okay,
you seen these
fine,
guns?
You took the knife.
on
You
this
really
arm?
shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom.
I do want to look cool.
It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
I don't trust the narrator right off the bat. Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing, y'all.
Okay.
Once again, the narrator doesn't see things that are being implemented in the story. It's either we are changing things or the princess is actually putting those items in there to help tell the story, to help save herself. So, once
You
again,
slay herself, you mean?
no,
or,
to
like,
save
save herself,
to
like,
save
okay.
herself, because obviously the princess, we're gonna go down there and the princess is gonna be like, don't fucking slay me, and the narrator's like, you have to do it to save the world. But as you know, we've tried to turn away already in the story 3 times to not go to the cabin to slay the princess, and the narrator keeps bringing us back to this point to make us do this. So the narrator has this motive, but we don't know if the motive is the correct motive. Right?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Like you're saying the correct motive as in the motive that we want to support, or the correct motive as in the one that like moves the narrative forward? What would you consider the correct motive?
I guess the correct, because murder is bad, right? And obviously, like, if we have this like sacrifice one to save many, that is a whole theme and a whole story in itself. But we don't know anything about the narrator, right? The narrator's telling us to do this. Can we trust the narrator? Is the narrator lying to us?
Okay.
Is the narrator, like, what if killing the princess is something that the narrator wants us to do that has no actual like it doesn't affect the story, but the narrator's making us think that it affects the story. I am so invested in this fucking story right now. I have so many questions. This is like Silent Hill all over again. Everything means something.
I think I'm gonna hold off. I have a thing. Somebody make a note that I had a comment to make about the narrator and the princess at this point, and we'll come back to it later because I want to see how you react to it without talking about it. So,
Do you know something I don't know, Josh?
I do.
What do you mean you do? Have you played this before?
I've seen the first like couple runs.
God
so there's
damn it,
context
Josh!
I have. Yeah.
You fucking cheater.
You switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations.
You see the actual cursor changes?
Yep, I like that. Josh knows things.
Isn't this so much better?
It's a much more stabby motion.
It
I
is.
guess. Okay.
Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better.
So I don't know, to be clear, like, I don't know anything about how this resolves or like any of that kind of stuff, but there is something that just like in seeing a couple lines in what's coming, there's a thing. Yep.
It
Yep,
really doesn't
okay,
matter.
nope.
Just get on with it and deal with the
Correct.
princess
You're
already.
right. Yep, you're right. Yep. Thanks, narrator. All right, we switched our grip. What are we gonna do? We're
Throw
gonna
the blade out the window. I'm doing everything in my.
Yes, do it.
This is me. I am the contrarian.
Yep.
I'm like, fuck the narrator. I don't trust him.
You throw the blade at the window, the glass shattering as it flies out into the night. I suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without a weapon.
This is what it's like playing D&D with me, by the way. Just in case you were curious.
There's how many seasons of Hero Squad?
4. Oh, look, there's a shattered window.
Can't believe you actually did it.
Jenny can attest to this as well.
Yeah.
We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends? Oh well. If the princess wasn't going to do it, the heat death of the universe was going to come for it
It's
eventually.
true. Climate change is real.
What's done is done. Good luck, hero.
Narrator's so sassy.
Yup. Narrator obviously has feelings. Okay.
The door
Yep,
to the
that window
basement
was
creaks
not
open,
closed.
revealing a staircase built from an unidentifiable and featureless material. The steps barely seem to fit together, and upon closer inspection, they barely seem to go anywhere at all, let alone down.
Abby
Okay.
Howard line? What do you mean, Lysander?
The air here has an almost artificial quality to it, the scent of plastic from the cabin mingling with a cocktail of chemical odors. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs, its multitonal lilt adding to the already uneasy atmosphere.
Okay.
Milo, is someone there?
Okay, yeah, that's creepy.
Nah, it's fine.
Everything's
This
fine.
isn't what I expected her to sound like. What is she?
But listen, here's the thing. We also have multitonal voices because there are 3 of us. Technically 4 of us, if we account the body that is moving all of us, because we, the player, are an entirely separate entity.
Oh, that's a really good point. Actually, the difference would be in that case that her voices are aligned. Our voices are still significantly separated.
Yeah, our voices are segmented in a way that doesn't make sense.
Abby Howard being the artist. She writes a couple of horror comics. She likes referring to the heat death the heat death of the universe. Oh, okay. Actually, if she writes horror comics, I would love to read those too. Like, it just seems like very, very solid writing and just overall energy.
Well, she's not a princess, that's for sure. She is a princess. Don't let your imagination run wild.
Is it your turn or mine?
I don't know.
Yours.
Is it my turn? Okay. I Hi.
Jenny says Scarlet Hollow's their other game. Episodes 4 out of the 7 episodes are out,
Oh my
and it's
God.
outstanding. I have it on itch, and I haven't
I haven't
started
played
it yet,
it
but
yet either.
I've heard it's pretty damn good I mean, just it's pretty damn good story in general. Ask Me Out Bug says that Abby Howard is also a science geek. Very cool. And Ken is like, let's circle back to the smell of chemicals. That does seem a little concerning. I won't lie.
Depends on what kind. Like, because I mean, like ammonia is a chemical, and if she's just in this basement, I'm sure there's pee puddles everywhere. Anyway, Black Tabby Games. If you need another writer at any time, I'm just throwing that out there. I love this, and I love you, and I want to help you write horror silly games like this and overthink everything.
https://twitter.com/@peachy.
They know who I am.
// Hi.
Is that company? We don't remember the last time we had company.
Oh no.
It takes you a moment to orient yourself before you're able to start moving forward.
She seems nice.
Oh, I'm sure. Very, very.
As you enter the
lovely.
next room, the form of the princess comes into view, her wrist bound to the far wall in heavy
She
shackles.
doesn't even have a poop bucket.
Maybe she's a princess and she doesn't poop.
Princesses poop.
She locks eyes with
You don't know that?
one moving a little faster than the other, the loose skin of her face stretching into something resembling a smile.
Oh, cute.
Holy shit.
Apparently there isn't any. There's no bucket.
Yeah,
If we knew she'd be like this, maybe we wouldn't have tossed that knife out
I
the
forgot
window.
about the knife we tossed out the window.
Why are you just standing there? Are you scared of us?
I like that she speaks in emojis too.
Right. Yeah, the knife might not have. Oh, okay.
This is fine.
The
this is fine.
stranger.
Everything is fine. Oh, to be continued. Okay. In chapter 3, or
Is that? That's
That's
the
it?
run.
I need
That's the
more.
run.
I demand more. Do it again.
There's 10 routes and one ending to find in the demo, and many more ways to die. Dumb ways to die. All right, very cool. Hey, we ran credits.
We
Congratulations.
did it. We won, I think.
Thanks to all our Patreon alpha testers. That's cool. Continued. Lots of them.
I'm not satisfied. I need more.
All right, you want to run it again?
Yeah.
All right.
Is this game fully out?
No.
We only have
You're
the demo?
on a path in
Yup.
the woods, and at the end of that
More.
path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Yeah. We
If you
get it,
don't-
narrator. Shut the fuck up.
All right, you're on run 2. You make the decisions. I'll
Okay,
drive.
but what do you know, Josh? Don't tell me what you know, but what do you know?
No,
Tell me what
at
you
this
know
point, I
without
don't.
telling me what you know.
At this point, I don't know anything.
Are you lying to me?
No, the thing that I know we already encountered.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna take over then for a second. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, we've already tried turn around and leave. I also like sweet. I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Viva la Revolution.
That's the spirit.
Okay.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Great.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
Yeah,
We're not
we
going to go
get it.
through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay, we're proceeding.
All right.
The interior
Oh,
of the
the
cabin
mirror
is
isn't
almost
there,
entirely
Josh.
bare.
Mm-hmm.
The air is stale and musty.
What the
and
fuck
floor
does that
and walls
mean?
Are painted in a
Well,
fine
I
layer
mean,
of
I
dust.
think that this
The
supports
only
your theory.
furniture of note is a plain
I
Hey.
fucking knew it!
perched on that table.
I'm a fucking
Pristine
genius!
Imperial, it's
The
good
angles
to see.
aren't wrong! Oh, shit.
Imperial, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for the raid.
I'm so sorry that you came in to me just cursing about this game.
Oh god, my keyboard is there. It is. But yeah, it's so good to see you. Thank you for bringing your folks in here. If this is your first time, my name's Josh. I'm hanging out with my friend Anna.
Hi, I'm Anna. My pronouns are they and them.
Yes, and mine are he, him. We are checking out demos for Ludonarracon, Imperial Might and Innocent
I'm
Ears.
sorry.
Oh my gosh. We're checking out demos from Ludonarracon and currently exploring Slay the Princess. Friends, if you are not hanging out with Imperial on a regular basis,
Do it.
mistakes are being made. Just such a fantastic friend. Does some amazing creative work, a lot of arts and crafts that are really wonderful, and just a generally fantastic human being. Leader of the Wookie Cookies stream team, which Smolecule is a part of. So yeah, please spend some time over there. And Alil, thank you for swinging in with the raid as well, and for the follow. I appreciate you.
Also, I haven't followed you, Imperial, on the Stumped account, so I just did it. Also, I don't think we've ever met, but I followed you through Josh from when we went to TwitchCon. What was
TwitchCon?
that? That was like 2018.
That was the before time.
Yeah.
I think that was 19.
Yeah,
and,
I saw I was watching the panel that you did with Josh back in 2018.
Oh, that was 18.
Yeah, I think was it in San Diego?
No, was that Long Beach? No, I think that was. San
I don't
Diego.
even remember. Anyway, so I've been a fan of you since then.
Such good people. Such good people. Well, yeah. We are playing our second run through of Slay the Princess. Content warning for folks just coming in. It is a horror game. There could be some violence, some themes. It's a little bit more creepy than it is like outright, terrible things. But yeah, just be advised.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I keep driving.
Okay, so here's the thing, Josh. We need to intelligame the shit out of this game
Yeah.
because there's so many theories. I have so many questions right now. I need to write them all down.
Yes.
Like, can we
What's
turn
all that?
around? Like, okay, why was it all wonky the last time? Is it because we didn't want to do it? And it's like, oh, the narrator realized we were scared to do it, so then our like fear of the whole action is then like manifested in the actual cabin itself?
I think those are reasonable questions. Like especially I like the idea that you came up with last time that the narrator is static.
Yeah.
And that's why they're like, oh, well, the narrator isn't going to see the changes.
Yeah.
But yeah, the question is like, what impact do our decisions have on the cabin?
Right?
And it's good to see you, Nisa. Welcome in. Wonder if the render changes on every pass. I think I'm curious. I'm gonna run through like a bunch of playthroughs, speed run to try and see like what things are affected. But yeah, I think this is gonna be really interesting. And this is chapter 1 again, so let's keep in mind how the scene looks as we progress into our next run, or our
Right.
next chapter.
And I also wonder that if the mirror, like if we had the perfect, like is there is there a way to get the perfect cabin with all straight angles and to get the mirror, right? Like if we are like denying it one time and then we like, okay, because every time we were denying it until we were forced into doing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I'll
The
continue.
blade
Sorry.
is your implement.
No, nothing to
You'll
be
need
sorry
it
for.
if you
I'm
want to
super
do
curious
this
too.
right.
Okay. Okay, we'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Interesting. So in this one, there is no commentary about how we're holding the blade or the option to throw it out the window.
Mm-hmm.
And I still wonder if that's because we chose to
door to
go
the
ahead with
basement
it right
creaks
off the
open,
bat. Ooh, look at the
revealing
stairs.
a staircase faintly illuminated
different
by
too.
an unseen light in
Yeah.
the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
And see, I was thinking about this even as we were looking at the staircase, because the last staircase was like, they said it was barely going down
Yeah.
at all, right?
Yeah.
What I think is interesting is like we really haven't gotten much voice of the contrarian since we've made the decision to just go ahead and do the thing.
Yeah.
So maybe it's like the different voices are empowered by the actions that you end up taking throughout the course of the narrative.
Yeah. This game is fucking genius, and I'm one, I love it so much. Two, I'm jealous that I have no part in this besides being a player. Like I want to be this good as a game developer. Fuck.
Her voice
Yeah.
carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
What the fuck? No, that's not her voice. Her voice is creepy as fuck. This is wrong. This is the wrong playthrough. We are in a fucking lie.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
I think it's very interesting the difference that we have in playstyles. You very quickly are able to say, this is the hero, this is the villain, this is the good thing, this is the bad thing, I'm gonna do it. And like I instinctively am just like, I am collecting information. Like, I don't trust the narrator, I don't trust the princess, I don't trust any of these voices. I don't understand what's going on. So like it is so it's like sticking out to me the way that you're like, no, that's a lie. This is the wrong voice. And you're like, I have no idea. And now I'm like, how many voices are there? Like this
Yeah.
is I feel like this is the mind fuckery that this game is designed to trigger.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Exactly. It's just, I have so many questions.
Mhm.
But here's the thing. This is what it's like being an opinionated, reactionary bitch. It's just like, I know everything. And then, but also here's the thing. I've played so many horror games that like, this is all like second nature. So I'm just like, this is what I do with every horror game. So I'm like trying to fucking find the theories that are underneath it. Because in these type of games, every fucking little thing means something. Like,
Mhm.
and I can see it from one, the game dev side, and a storytelling side, and a programming side.
Don't
So I
let
know
it
what
fool
they're
you.
doing. Maybe.
It's all part of the manipulation.
Okay. Hey, we're gonna do the same
Don't
thing.
be a stranger.
Hey Alex,
It's been
it's good
so
to
long
see you.
since I've
Hi,
had any
Alex.
Welcome
visitors.
in.
Come on down.
That's
Walk
not your real
downstairs
self.
And lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Still no poop bucket.
Nope.
So if she doesn't poop, she's obviously a monster.
You don't technically know how long she's been here. Maybe they didn't have a bucket because they're like, we're not keeping you here real long. We just chained you up, and now
And
Somebody's
now
gonna come kill
here's-
you.
Yeah. Okay.
Nisa says she's wearing the right style dress for a latrine pail, though. Well, at least she's at least the princess is well prepared.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she
We
really
can't
a
trust the
threat to the
hero.
world?
The hero's a himbo. Look at him. Himbo hero.
Focus on the
And there
Oh,
you
I
are.
accidentally clicked.
Are you here to kill me or something?
THX says that's Nicole Goodnight. Is that the voice actress? The like, yeah, I don't know.
Monsters technically still poop. That's true. We did read a book called Everyone Poops at some point.
Which apparently is on ban lists, I believe.
Is it?
Don't get me started.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Pooping is too much of a controversial topic now.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna.
Okay,
I'm
we're
not
stopping.
gonna-
We're stopping. We're
Yeah,
cutting, we're
gonna
slaying
walk
the
away.
princess.
We're
We're
gonna walk
slaying the
away. Yep,
princess.
we're gonna slay the princess.
What? No way. Why would you think that? What? No.
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
No. This is a lie.
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it.
I don't trust you, hero. Fuck you.
Don't
Oh
you
my.
dare.
Oh.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. A killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
What if the fucking narrator's like Froyo from Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Ooh, Froyo?
Yeah.
Like frozen yogurt? In
No.
Notre Dame?
Did you watch the Hunchback of Notre Dame or read it?
I don't think so.
Okay, so there's this.
I must not have because I have no idea.
It's fine. So there's an old priest man that falls in love with Esmeralda, and she is of like the Romani culture and is like traveling around, and she puts on a show for in Paris, and of course, because of the times, the evil priest or the priest is like, oh, she's a witch or whatever, but he's a fucking priest, so he falls in love with her and is like, this temptress, it's Satan, I have to kill her. Or he's basically like, I want her, and if I can't have her, no one can, and I will kill her if I don't get my way. But also, I'm a priest, so I'm supposed to be celibate, and this is the fucked up thing about Christianity. Anyway, so that's Froyo.
Okay.
He's an old lecherous priest man. There you go.
We dislike.
Okay, moving on. I don't like either of these options. I don't like either because one of these options. It's true. The song is very good though. If we drop it, then we're giving her an opening if she is this monster from the last playthrough. But if we tighten our grip, then we're like giving into the situation that we are a scared little child. I don't like either. I don't like either of these options. Okay, we're gonna just.
But you only have two.
I know. We're just gonna drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Oh.
Keta, it's
says,
true.
drop. Right. Hot people can't hurt us. Drop the
And
knife.
even if they hurt us, we probably deserved it because look how hot they are. Not my toxic way of thinking. It's fine.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
I don't trust anybody now.
Ruh-roh.
Against
Show me your
better
true self,
judgment,
monster.
You step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
Okay, narrator, you don't have to point it out to us. We know. What, the narrator's a fucking asshole. I'm gonna punch the narrator in the dick. Narrator's cocky asshole.
We'll be fine.
Boy. I think that might be incorrect. I think that's an incorrect assessment, Hero.
Is it?
But that will be fine.
No. Oh, that. Sorry. I thought you were talking about my assessment.
Oh no,
of the
that's why I said
narrator.
Hero. No, that was
Okay.
specifically. I was like, no, I don't think that's right, Hero. I think that's an incorrect assessment. You're,
I jumped to one of my conclusions.
you're like, I'll fight you too. I don't care.
I was like, Josh, listen. Don't make me punch you in the dick as well if you're siding with the narrator.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Okay. I have so many feelings about the narrator. And I don't think we have time to go over all of these feelings. Because it's a lot. It's like the character in every fucking anime that's like the asshole that I always fall in love with, but I know they're wrong. I know they're so wrong, but I love them.
I think this is what I'm very curious about in this game is that like it does feel like it is invoking a bunch of tropes.
Yeah.
And it feels like it is setting you up for failure.
Always.
Like it's just like because it's just like there are all these places like this is the obvious red flag. Like this is the these places where I would feel like I know what is happening. And it's just like now I'm not sure how much I even trust my knowledge. Like that is what I think is so interesting about how this game has been written is that it does not take very long to completely disorient one's sense of like direction.
Yeah. It's like the red flags have red flags.
Yep.
which also have red flags, and then you're like, where am I? If the red flags have red flags, what does that mean?
Yep.
Is it 2 negatives equal a right?
Right.
I have no idea.
Two red flags equals a green flag?
Yeah.
Like, is that a... Like...
Also, I have been drinking gin, so I'm just like, I know what the fuck is happening at this point. Okay, continuing
So
on.
here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Okay, I didn't realize we were in a relationship. Okay. Are you coming on to... Go on. I'm just gonna be like, what's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
Do you like long walks on the beach?
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Okay, so she's a bratty bottom.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Narrator, you're pushing the can't trust her too much. You're just... now I can't trust you because you're pushing it too much. Okay. How long have you been down here? What do you like to
Too
do down
long.
here?
I'm trying to unlock the secret dating sim.
Yeah,
Again,
shut
she
up, maybe.
offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Listen, I don't want a straight answer out of her. I want a gay answer out of her, okay? I want to make out right now. Okay, relationship, are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions.
It's too late.
We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
I don't think you know the meaning of the word relationship, my friend. Where's the other romance options? I feel like I've used them all. Okay, how would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't.
Narrator,
bother.
shut the fuck up right now. I'm not listening to you. You've provided me with no images of your hotness.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if
I feel
there
like Anna just said
isn't-
pics or GTFO.
I did. Listen, I need to see those dick pics, okay?
Well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Okay, so we're into like blood play.
Her
Great.
sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting.
Oh yeah, hero. Yeah,
Right?
she is. Listen, we don't kink shame, also hero.
She
Okay?
is. I'm sure of it.
Oh, narrator, are we thinking of the same thing? I don't think so. I mean, I guess we could cut off her arm, but there's apparently a key.
Well,
Yes, Josh, I'm sorry. I've talked a lot.
no, I
Go
walked.
on.
No, I just walked away. I just came back. Yeah, like,
You
blood
walked
play.
away.
I was like, I need a second. I'm
Oh, so I warned you. I warned you at the beginning of
so
this.
so slay the princess. Slay is the Shakespearean sense. It is the death of the princess in the Shakespearean sense.
Wait. What do you mean we're not gonna fuck the princess? That's what that was the name of the game. Okay, I guess the
What do you-
least threatening object is there's people out there who think you're a threat to the world. What do you think about that, huh? Listen, people on Twitter are talking shit about you.
Don't just tell her that.
Why not, narrator?
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
That's fine. You can.
It sounds
I
very
don't remember
trust.
much
Yeah.
about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
She's been down here a long time. No poop bucket. What's up with that?
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Ooh, questions.
Okay. So one, I still think the narrator is static.
Okay.
2, But I also think that the princess knows that the narrator is static.
Okay.
Like, I feel like the princess has an awareness that is outside of the game themselves and outside of the fourth wall.
I can see that.
That's all. That was my moment.
No, I think that would make sense. Like there is a confidence that the princess is bringing to the table that does make it seem like there's a knowledge that she has that we don't.
Right, and I'm just going to like. Also, we haven't even talked about what is the world. What is the definition of the world that they keep saying? Because it's like they're gonna end the world. What world? Is it this dream world that we've created where we always go back to the cabins? Like, is that the world that's gonna end? Or like, is it this world that's outside of this world that we're in? I have questions that need answers.
If there's anybody in the chat who's played Outer Wilds, there is a sound effect that is in this game's soundtrack that is the note that plays before a significant thing happens. Is there anybody else who has played Outer Wilds that is hearing this sound and is like, what? I can't give a lot of context because it's a spoiler, but I would say, yeah, maybe turn your volume up so that you can confirm that I'm not losing my mind.
Are you hearing the sound?
In the music, there's like a note that is coming up. I'm turning the volume up for my stream because I need somebody to verify this for me. Okay, yeah, continue.
You need somebody, not just anybody.
Oh goodness.
It wasn't me.
I need help.
I'm just gonna listen. Silence, silence is free. Silence is always an option.
They haven't told you anything, have they?
Exactly what I thought. Princess, give me the info.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
It's about trust.
Whoever
okay.
sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world.
It's
But
about
they didn't
drive.
tell
It's
you
about power.
why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be
There it
killing
is.
each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation,
Yeah,
and
'cause
there's
we're
a
thinking with our
reason
dick.
you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd
I don't
do
care
any
about
other
orphanages.
number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's
See,
right
she's
about
saying
one
all the
thing.
right things.
Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
Okay.
So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
Well, we don't actually know who put you here. That's the thing.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Oh, I guess, okay, we've talked enough. That's it.
Oh,
The dating
have you
period's
decided
over.
what to do with me?
That does sound
Know
suggestive.
why you're here.
It was 100% suggestive.
Yeah, I'm primarily an auditor. Like I remember things through audio and music pretty well, so that's why it sticks out for me. But yeah, Kenna, I think you might have caught it.
I'm
Alright,
gonna
what
keep
do
you
you-
down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help.
Interesting.
You notice the type
And-
changed?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I noticed that instantly.
And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
I do like a woman who threatens me. Honestly, I'm very turned on right now.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Okay, I'll let you out of here.
Oh, for the love of...
I love how pissed off the narrator is.
Good.
Alright.
I'm glad you've come to your senses.
You're making a huge mistake.
Am I narrator? Listen, I am easily
You're doing the
swayed.
right thing.
Okay, interesting, hero. Interesting. Okay.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Yeah, I just want a hot princess girlfriend. Why is that so wrong, game? Why are you trying to... Why are you trying to take this away from me?
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try and impress her with my not strength.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
What if the mirror is upstairs?
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
No.
They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Narrator, you know exactly where it is and you aren't telling me. I know that. I can hear that in your goddamn British sexy voice. Okay. I'm gonna check upstairs, okay? Listen, there could be something upstairs. Maybe they've added a kitchen while we were talking. Maybe they've added, like, I don't know, like a burrito restaurant upstairs.
That does sound really good right now.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Maybe they've added a formal dining room, a karaoke bar. Listen, I'm just gonna check it out.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
That's the narrator. The narrator totally fucked us over and locked us in here. So the
Dang.
narrator, okay. So the narrator is a static element and a static character, but also is a character that can influence the game as well, but can only influence the game and the story as the way that he wants to tell it.
So you're saying, like, the narrator is only capable of changing the system so long as it's pushing towards the narrator's desired outcome.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I can't wait for me to be horribly wrong. I hope I'm so wrong. Like, honestly,
It could be
whenever...
pretty fascinating if you were, like, spot on, though.
If I was spot on, I'd be like, God damn it, I'm a writer and I know everything. But I love being wrong in games.
Mm-hmm.
Is someone else here?
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Okay.
You're here to slay the princess.
What happened to the
and
knife
you
that we
won't leave
dropped?
until the task is done.
Let me
Your
out of here!
shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Yeah, narrator, because you're a fucking asshole and you don't want to respond to me. You don't want to tell me your secrets that you actually can lock the door.
I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task
You hear
is
that?
done.
You hear that? He said I
Was that a
won't
threat?
leave.
That sounded like...
That's him fulfilling his part of the story. Return to the... Josh,
Yes.
what if we are the past self of the narrator? What
So,
if...
like, that's why the narrator keeps telling us what to do, is because the narrator is just explaining what the narrator did when they had the opportunity to make a decision?
Oh my god, this is what it is. Okay, so every reiteration that we have gone through is a different character. So the first character is probably the narrator. And we got effed over in the first original run, in the first original story. We fell in love with the princess. We freed her. The world was destroyed, whatever the world means.
Okay.
We started over where it's a fucking Groundhog Day situation. We woke up, the next day is happening, and we tried to learn from our mistakes, and then it shifted off. We became the hero. Day 3, same thing. We shifted off and became the other one, the contrarian. And now we're in the 4th iteration. So each iteration of us has learned something new and is trying to influence the present us. That's my theory.
Dang. That makes a lot of sense if you have that sort of, like, No, it's not reciprocal. It's not reiterating. It's whatever. If it is time looping on itself, then it would be very interesting. It would make sense that you're like, oh, okay, well, if all of these have to exist at the same time, if it is Groundhog Day, like iteration 1, 2, and 3 would all be showing up at the same time to go do the thing. Yeah, that's interesting. Recursive. Thank you,
Yes,
Akimba.
thanks,
That was what I was
Kwame.
looking for. Recursion. Yeah, Lysander, thank you. Yeah, interesting.
And that's okay. That's my current theory of what we're going. And that's why the narrator can't see the changes of the other us's. Because in the narrator story there was no mirror, but in the hero and the other one there was a mirror, because based on the decisions that they made created this alternate story that they are also going through at the same time, which is also trying to then change our story. Oh my god, it's so fucking brilliant.
Dang.
Either that or I've thought way too hard about this and it's just really simple. Those are the
No,
only
that's-
outcomes.
That's pretty wild, and it would make sense as a sort of like exploration of what has been a more dominant discussion and a more dominant design trait of like time loops and Groundhog Day and things like that. Like, it would be a really interesting base conceit to design your narrative around, of the idea of like what happens when you're in this time loop, but there's not one of you, there are more of you, depending on how many times you run through this situation.
Right. And I feel like that's not a used system in stories either, where like if you go through another time loop, it just is like an alternate like existence, like an alternate world. So there are multiple of you in the same story, but on different like planes of existence. Anyway, we're
I'm
gonna return to the
curious,
bottom of
yep.
the stairs.
It's good to see you,
You make
Yurazov.
your way
Welcome in.
back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Narrator's so bitter.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
It's iron. It's
You
okay.
won't like what happens if you do that.
Okay, narrator. Listen, we got narrator. We gotta talk.
Yo,
We gotta talk. You have a very mask-sounding voice, and when you say things like that, it makes me not want to trust you, because typically cis men are a threat. So you gotta understand where you're coming from, and when you're saying these things. Save the princess.
Against your better judgment.
Oh god, we're cutting off.
Place
Okay.
the blade against the princess's arm.
That's fine. This
just
is
above
fine.
The massive, unyielding chain.
oh jeez.
This is
I think
fine.
it's going to get
Cut
more graphic,
into her
folks, so
flesh.
heads up.
Yeah.
The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm.
Bones
through
don't
the
work
iron
like that!
foot.
You can't just with a dagger, with a simple dagger, you just can't slice through a bone?
There are probably a number of questions that one should be asking aside from how just the leg or
No,
so
no, no,
many
no, no.
other
No,
questions.
no, 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 no.
She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
Ooh, look, there's
Wait.
blood on the knife now.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, look at it. There's a little
I don't
blood.
see the cursor.
Oh no.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, look at that. It's just blood.
Wild.
You were gonna say something else though, Josh.
Mm-mm.
No? Okay.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Hero, it's almost like you've never read any horror things at all, okay?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Alex has word banned me on the word for what a person is before they become queen.
Yeah, but does that I'm not word banned, so I
Yeah,
can say
I was just like,
princess.
you get to do what you want.
I guess we're approaching the locked door. Can you
No,
unlock
we
this
won't
door,
have
princess?
any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into
I
the world.
know, narrator. That's why you locked the door on me, you piece of shit.
As the princess
Uh-oh.
approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and
See, it
raises
is
the
us.
blade.
Look at our beautiful monster hand. We're so hot.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Oh,
I like the warn her.
Stop that.
Stop it! Silly! Stop!
I thought this was a little too easy.
Did we die?
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
I don't know about that. Resist!
oh.
The blade. Move the blade.
I feel like
Bug says this makes the narrator sexier. I like the demand. This game, we learn about ourselves through the games we play.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
narrator's definitely a bottom. Princess is a top.
I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
She's gonna kill us.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Ah! See? Groundhog Day situation.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
She didn't
The
want to kill
narrator is
us.
so fatigued. It's just like, yeah, that's a question. Yeah, did she?
She didn't want
This
us
is
to
the
die.
end. I'm
She's
afraid it
tired.
is.
It's the
Everything
same
goes
thing.
dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Narrator's so pissed. Okay,
two.
chapter 2.
You're on a path in the woods,
Wait, is
and
this
at the end of
chapter
that path is a cabin. And you're here to slay her.
one? Okay. All right, Josh, it's your turn.
Ah, you drive. You drive. I'm interested to see where we end up.
Josh, is this because you know more than I do? Still?
No. I literally said, like I said, I don't know.
Okay,
I'm
but look
just-
at this one. Did we have this option before? Oh, you bastard! You're in for a now. I'm wise to your tricks.
I don't know.
I'm choosing
My
that.
tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time.
They're illusions, narrator.
Forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust
Skeptic?
a word out of his mouth. There's got
Oh.
to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
This is a new one. This is a new one.
Mm-hmm.
God, I can't even imagine the fucking flags in this game.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yep.
The programming, oh, it's giving me a headache.
Yep.
Oh
I
my
can't.
God.
The amount of branching dialogue in this and
Ugh.
the number of ways you have to. Yeah. Absolutely absurd.
I feel sick thinking about it because I could not have that much brain power to do it.
Hey, Neppy, it's good to see you. This is our 4th chapter of Princess Slaying. We have gone through chapter 1 and 2 once, and we just finished our 2nd chapter 1.
Also, apologies to the rest of the demos because this has consumed me. Looks like we're only playing 2 demos tonight.
Yup.
Okay. I need to reread this because I got too excited about this. Don't forget what he did to us last time. He, meaning the narrator, did to us last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. Well, that's interesting because he is capitalized here, but his is not capitalized. Is it 2 different people? Is that a typo? Why is his not capitalized when he is capitalized?
That's a
That-
good question.
If that is a typo, then it makes sense. But if not, that is 100% a purposeful thing.
Somebody remind me what our previous chapter 2 was. I can't remember.
The previous chapter 2 was we finally
it was
made it to
called.
the cabin and the princess had like melodious 3 voices and she was a monster. and then it just ended.
Yeah.
There was no like resolution. It was like, oh, you found the monster princess.
Stranger.
We got
Stranger.
eaten.
I think that's correct. I think Stranger is correct. Yeah, because that was the name that showed up when we saw the
Was it?
princess. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I completely missed that.
Mhm.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way.
See, he is static. The fucking narrator's so fucking static.
You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
That's not true because you don't see the things that we. Why is the narrator static but everyone else isn't? Which would make sense if he was the first one. Oh, why is he static and no one else is? That upsets me.
I mean, if we were going to use the theory that you put together last time, it would be that the movement from loop to loop is going to generate the recursion, right? So the idea that the voice of the skeptic exists now is because of the decisions that we made before.
Oh, that's right.
So the narrator wouldn't change because it's still the same situation for the narrator. There's no recursion for the narrator to have. Right? The iteration is coming as a result of you taking actions and then waking up and seeing like, oh, okay, now this is what I'm carrying with me. Yeah, I'm curious. Let's see, it says they're referring to things the hero went through, so obviously the hero is also static. Well, it said the hero, didn't the hero just speak?
Yeah, the hero, here we can look at history. Yeah. The hero said,
and so,
if he doesn't remember what happened last time, implying that the hero knew what happened last time.
Yeah, because it was like, yeah, if he, the narrator, doesn't remember, then yeah, so it's like, and then the narrator says like, I'm inclined, I can hear what you two are saying. So it seems like the hero and the skeptic both are retaining knowledge of the loop prior, but I mean, also there's time delay on stream or whatnot. The hero might be us. I don't know.
No, I don't think we are a
I think
separate
we're
entity.
Like, exactly.
Okay. I think because if the narrator is the first loop, there is no reason to see those changes, and I wonder if like each new reiteration, like if the hero, let's just say the hero is the second reiteration of the story, maybe the hero understands what happened in the loop before but not the loops after. So maybe there is like a lot, like there is a chronological order, like the narrator is the first, so the narrator doesn't see any of the changes. If the hero is the second, the hero will see the changes that was made, due to the narrator, but doesn't see the changes that maybe the skeptic is going to make. Yeah, exactly, Nerissa, they only retain their own loop, which could mean that they understand some of the changes from the previous loop, but not any that are coming after it. What are you thinking, Josh? Go on.
Let's explore a little more.
I don't like it when you do that. I feel like I'm just talking and you're just being quiet, and I need you to theorize with me. I need you to theory craft.
It's just like this style of like trying to analyze and predict like what happens in the narrative. I don't know. So I'm just really excited to hear what your ideas are. Need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is for the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago. So yeah, it's not like the narrator is talking about the last time that you died. They're just talking about the concept of the danger.
Right. And once again, narrator, what is the world? I need you to clarify what the world is. Okay, let's assume that I'm telling the truth and all of this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Go on.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Well, yeah.
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay.
That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting.
The three of you?
But this is a thought
Me?
experiment, so I suppose I'll continue
The
to
skeptic
give you
and the
benefit
hero.
of the doubt.
Mm.
If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
Wow.
A professional asshole.
Sure you are.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
They changed the story, I know
What
that.
do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
That's what we've been asking, narrator!
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Well, I think that since you control the narrative as the narrator, you just were like, this isn't the ending that I want, so we're gonna redo this. So you basically close the book, you open it back up in your like Goosebumps choose your own scare, and we're like, I'm gonna go to this page now and redo it.
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
Precisely.
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are.
You're talking in circles.
No, I'm talking in facts.
You don't know that, narrator. Let's talk about the princess. Listen, she's hot.
Just be quick about it.
Who locked her in that basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
The narrator doesn't know anything. The narrator doesn't know anything. The narrator only knows the things that he was told and is supposed to tell.
Okay.
The only reason that she was able to kill me last time was because I let her. And all she did was slit my throat. How is she supposed to end the world? That's
Those are
actually a
both
pretty
good
good
questions.
questions.
She
Both good
just
questions.
can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right?
What proof could you possibly ask for?
Any proof?
Literally anything.
Thank you, hero.
There you go.
Fine. Check your pockets.
Check my pockets.
You put your hands
The
in your
evidence.
pockets and pull out an envelope with the words, "The Evidence," written across the front.
Narrator just totally made that up. Like, he's
Yep.
fucking with us.
Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads, "The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth."
The evidence is damning. I guess
That
so.
doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting?
Because, well,
Right.
I mean, he wouldn't have to forge our handwriting because we are him.
I
But,
wish I
you
could
know.
tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side.
It's so
You mean you're
interesting
on
how
our side as
frequently.
long as we do what you tell us to.
Yep, and so frequently how interesting how quickly trust is invoked in these situations where it's like religiously asking for faith, right?
Yeah.
It's like this thing might not make any sense to you, it does, but no, just do it anyway. I'm telling you, I know what's best for you.
I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
the thing we
if-
should ask that top one.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special.
Oh, I don't buy that.
How
You're the only
gracious.
person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know we were
I
special.
was like, oh, you're appealing to the hero, are you?
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
Because we're you.
Yes. Right. We're here because we're special. Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin.
Okay, you're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
Interesting.
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to trust me here.
Because you are hiding something.
It sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're gonna have to trust me about this thing I'm not
Right.
telling you.
Now,
But
if
I'm
you don't
totally
mind,
not
The
hiding.
whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Okay. Josh, go with me on this thought.
Okay.
I think this round we should slay the princess just to see what happens.
Okay.
Because my theory is that we're just going to end up in the same time loop having nothing done. And I want to see like what happens when we're like, okay, we slayed the princess and nothing happened, so now what? You know?
Right. I think the
A warning before you go any further.
You think the what?
I was just I think the question will be if they even let us slay the princess at all. Because remember the last time when we got down to the basement and met the new princess, they were just like, oh, bye-bye. So I wonder what's gonna happen this time.
She will lie.
Yeah.
Yes, don't believe a word she says.
Did
Yep.
you just say wink out loud?
Yes.
No, I didn't. Wink.
Just ignore this
Wink.
clown and focus on the princess.
Okay, we're gonna do it. It's gonna hurt me, but we'll do it.
Neppy says, I'm enjoying this so much. I
interior of
love
the
Slay the
cabin
Princess
is less
streams.
a
I'm
cozy
glad.
woodland
I'm
retreat,
glad
Oh,
you
look
do.
at this
but
place.
more like a dungeon.
The mirror's
A few
back.
pathetic wisps of starlight
Oh,
attempt to
wait a
illuminate
second.
the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
Hold on.
So
Ryan, I'll message you. Okay, so we. Okay. So now we're in Dungeon Land.
as you notice, the narrator is describing the dungeon.
Yeah, it's less cozy.
Right, but like
less eerie.
if the narrator is pure static, then it would have just described the inside of the cabin again. So like the narrator has to in some way be able to respond to the situations that are actually present right now, because otherwise they would have just described the inside of a wooden cabin.
But I also think there's
So they
there's
go
an
ahead.
element of being static, but being able to describe the things that change based on, like, the story is still the same, right? Like, the story is still like, we're going into the cabin and we're gonna do these things. Just slight elements have changed, like how the appearance is, but we are still going in the cabin, which the cabin is static. Does that make sense?
I mean, I think the question that I would have is just like, does the narrator notice the mirror?
Right, yeah, because the mirror was the first thing that he didn't notice.
Right. So like, if the idea is that there's a static narrator because they describe the inside of the cabin and we're not describing the mirror, but they're now able to describe the inside of the cabin not as a wooden cabin with like legs on the table that aren't quite right, but like this castle situation, it's like there has to be some part of the narrator, even if they don't carry memories, that is able to iterate and to recognize whatever is happening in this loop, which then makes more of the question or at least to me in this case, is then what the hell is the mirror?
Yeah, no, I think that is, yeah, the mirror is obviously, we learned symbolic.
The only furniture of note is an iron
Yeah.
table bolted to the floor.
So
a
the narrator
pristine
still doesn't
blade
see the
perched
mirror.
on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I think legitimately the mirror only shows up when you have doubts of slaying the princess in the beginning, right? Because those are the two things that have combined when the mirror has showed up. Because the first time we were like, Viva la revolution, and the mirror wasn't there. But because we have showed doubt in is slaying the princess the correct thing, the mirror is there to give us a representation of, look at us, we are a human, or like, here's our reflection. Like, it humanizes us, and it humanizes the situation, which then also reflects that we don't want to kill anybody, right? Like, it just gives that another aspect to the, like, murder is bad, effectively.
Oh, okay. I see that. That makes a lot of sense.
We're gonna ask again about the mirror.
Definitely did not. Does the mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should.
There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
I like
There's
that.
definitely a mirror. There isn't.
I think you know what we have to do.
We have to kill the narrator. I want to see how handsome I am.
Let's not get caught up in vanity, but we should definitely take a closer look. Whatever it is, he must not want us to know about it.
That's true, Bugs. He has been able to manipulate the world within the staticness by closing the door.
Is this some sort of rehearsed bit? Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
Okay. This whole cabinet is different than the last time. Let's see.
Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own?
Ooh, okay,
It's a
skeptic.
different cabin entirely.
Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
We're gonna approach the mirror again.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door.
Okay.
This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Same
But
deal.
it was there a second ago.
And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Okay.
Yep.
The other thing. Okay, based on the he, and we've seen the capitalized he a few times now. And I think in the first instance, we definitely were like, oh, they're talking about the narrator. But what if there is another entity that we don't know that is not the narrator, that everyone knows about but the narrator? And the rest of the characters are trying to let us know about this character that exists without letting us know it exists.
Oh. Dang.
And
That's
maybe that character that is this he that we're not supposed to know about, or that is changing things, is also us. Because that would be the switch, that we are actually he.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Alex, I think there's a fifth person.
Heck. Thank you, Unsecret Crush, for that raid. It's good to see all you folks. Robot Spacer, Unsecret Crush, A.N. Hinton. I hope you folks had a good time. Quick shout out to Unsecret Crush. I am guessing you have not made the move to Honkai Star Rail, but I could be wrong. How was the stream today? Please, folks, make sure you're spending some time with Unsecret Crush. Very, very good streams, very good people. Gracious, we are. Anna is over here with me. Anna from Stump Gamers, who is taking us through Slay the Princess. Yeah, I am quite curious. Yeah, what do? Also, just a heads up, this is a bit of a horror game. There can be some violent content, that kind of thing. So, viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, gore most likely. Probably feelings of loneliness. A silent hidden he, right, Kwame? Okay, we're gonna take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
We're entering the basement again. It's very curious about the
The door to the
conversation.
basement creaks
It's
open,
different again.
revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Okay, Josh.
Mhm.
Remember the first chapter? Remember when we're like, no, we're gonna do not do this? And remember when there was like, there are multiple paths to multiple cabins.
Uh-huh.
So, do all these similar cabins all exist in the same forest?
Oh, like the reason that we're seeing this different setup is because we're looking at one of the infinite cabins.
Yeah,
Yeah, I could totally see that.
because we've already confirmed the reality that there are multiple cabins.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know about the Contrarian, because the Contrarian had a line in the very beginning of the first chapter, and then now it's the Skeptic. So we don't know what happened to the Contrarian, but I'm guessing it's based on what we have said and how our responses have gone. Different
okay.
cabins, yeah, that's true, Dinova. If there's a reality of, let's say, 20 different cabins, there are also 20 different princesses. So each princess in the cabin is different than the other princess in the other cabin. So which is the correct princess we have to slay?
Oh. Dang.
Her voice, harsh but
That's a hell of a
strong,
question.
I know.
carries up the stairs.
Let's see which voices this is.
Is that a visitor I
It's
hear?
this text.
Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us?
We'll see.
You walk down
Oh,
the stairs
interesting.
and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up,
A lot of chains.
the
Yep.
heavy collar around her neck
Still no
clanking
poop
loudly
bucket.
as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here.
Yep.
Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table.
Yeah, wow.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd
Yeah.
that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
That's observant.
Yeah, it is.
That was there last time too, wasn't it?
Was it?
It was.
Was it though? I need the replay.
Dang.
Y'all, someone go back and clip it.
Yeah. Kenna, well, yeah, I was
What
gonna say,
an
Kenna says
interesting
that there was an empty one last
Okay,
Why
time.
don't you
as
have a
well.
seat?
And
The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
yep, everybody's like, yep. it
Okay,
was
okay,
there.
okay.
And Unsecret Crush, there's the prisoner to be continued.
No! No!
Ah.
Continue. We do it again.
Oh gracious! I think I'm gonna have to bounce pretty soon.
Okay, well, this is your turn. I'm not going to say anything. This is your run.
Nah, I don't think I'll even make it through the run. So I have to food.
That's fair.
Yeah, 2 down, 8 to go. Right? Oh gracious! Are you gonna try and find 8 more endings?
I might, Josh. I might. It's all right. Well, we'll end this episode of Slay the Prince. Y'all, this fucking game
Yes.
has consumed me. I need more. I need it all. I have so many questions and not enough answers. Josh, thank you so much for joining
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the invite.
We will do this again. We have so many more demos to play.
Yes, 100%. And folks, if you enjoyed the game, please make sure that you wishlist it on Steam. Those
Do
wish
it.
lists, as Anna said earlier, are a fantastic way to support developers and also for you to get the heads up when they're actually available for purchase. So we'll make sure that the link to wishlist Slay the Princess is here in the chat